coming up from the Northeast Live Studios in Guwahati, Northeast Tonight with 𝗧𝗢𝗡𝗓𝗏.
Hello and welcome to Northeast Tonight, the show that decodes the region. Election 2024 got a formal start today with the Election Commission declaring the polls schedule across the country. We are discussing Tripura tonight, where the political equation saw a tectonic shift with the recent siding of the state's main opposition party, Tipra Motha, with the ruling NDA. Events followed thick and fast after the signing of the Tripura Accord. First, the Motha agreed to join the Manik Saha-led BJP government, and two of its MLAs were inducted as ministers. When everyone thought the Tripura East Lok Sabha seats, which has a predominantly tribal electorate, would be left to the Tipra Motha, came news that the sister of Motha founder and royal scion Pradyut Debbarma would contest the seat. But what surprised many is that Kriti Singh Debbarma, the Motha founder's sister, is contesting on a BJP ticket. And for the uninitiated, Kriti Singh Debbarma is married into the tribal royal family in Chhattisgarh. What's going on? To discuss the new political dynamics in Tripura, I am joined by Mr. Animesh Debbarma, Minister and Tipra Motha leader. Mr. Sudeep Roy Burman, Senior Congress leader, joins me on the program, as also Mr. Sudhanshu Das, a Senior Minister and BJP leader in Tripura, and Mr. Shankar Prasad Datta, former MP and a very senior CPIM leader. Gentlemen, welcome to Northeast Tonight. I'd first like to go to Mr. Animesh Debbarma. Mr. Animesh Debbarma, until few days ago, you were the opposition leader in the state. Suddenly, you have changed. Suddenly, you found yourself on the other side, and you have suddenly become an ally. Tipra Motha has suddenly become an ally of the BJP and the NDA in the state. How do you feel? Are you adjusting with the new situation?
𝗧𝗢𝗡𝗓𝗏, thank you for this question. Everything has not happened all of the sudden. Everyone knows, your channel also knows about it. Tipra Motha, right from the inception or right from the beginning, have been demanding greater Tipra land, and we have been talking to the central government. In particular, in the last 1 year, after we took over as the main opposition party in the Tripura Legislative Assembly, our dialogue was on with the central government, and it took nearly 11 months, and the central government of Tripura and Tipra Motha, we could sign the agreement. And this is one of the biggest achievement for the entire population in Tripura, because every now and then we get to see lot of movement coming up in our small state, and this is nothing but the local indigenous population always feel insecure because of the influx happening regularly, continuously from the other side of the border. Now the constitutional solution or the agreement which we have signed with the central government, thereafter, there was request from the BJP party as well as the central BJP leaders asked to join the government and to make the agreement getting implemented smoothly. I think it is important us to be part of the government, and that's the reason why not all of the sudden we knew it for sure that the day agreement happens, we have to be part of the government. So we welcome, and as far as my feeling is concerned, I have to work, we have to work, Tipra Motha and our leadership, we are serious about the
Right.
accord which we have signed. This has to get implemented.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So
Right. Let me.
I can only tell that this will open up a new beginning in Tripura.
New beginning
whereby
in
Wansa,
Tripura.
Tiprasa, all sections of
Okay.
people.
Okay, I'll come to you.
Yeah,
I'll come back to
definitely.
you,
This is
Mr.
new
Animesh
beginning in
Burma.
Tripura.
I'll come back to you. Let me get the opening remarks from everybody in the panel. Let me quickly go to. I'm coming to you, Mr. Sudipra Burman and Mr. 𝗟𝗓𝗡𝗢𝗏. But now let me go to Mr. 𝗟𝗓𝗡𝗔𝗦𝗧, a minister in the Tripura government and a senior BJP leader. Mr. 𝗟𝗓𝗡𝗢𝗏, everybody thought after the Tipra agreement was signed, after the Tipra Motha became an ally of the BJP, everybody thought that the Tripura East parliamentary constituency will be contested by the Tipra Motha. But now we see that the candidate is the sister of the Tripura Motha founder, but she is contesting on a BJP ticket. How do you look at it?
Yes, first of all, namaskar, and thank you so much for inviting me on your channel.
Welcome.
And you asked a nice question, and I must say this is a very nice sign of this coalition, which was signed in just 2nd February on this running year. So this is a good sign for our alliance, and I hope 𝗡𝗢𝗥𝗧𝗏𝗡 victory is just a matter of time. She'll win with a huge margin, and I must say today the election commission has declared the poll date on 26th April. The East constituency poll is already fixed. So I hope the BJP and the Tipra Motha and others IPFT, all we are set to cast our renewable vote and our support towards our candidate, Srimati 𝗡𝗢𝗥𝗧𝗏𝗡. And obviously, this is the decision which is taken by our senior leadership, the higher authority of obviously our 𝗟𝗜𝗓𝗡𝗔𝗦𝗧, 𝗟𝗓𝗡𝗔𝗦𝗧, and obviously with the help of 𝗟𝗓𝗡𝗔𝗦𝗧. So it's a good sign, and I must say, winning is a matter of time. There is no fight. We'll win easily. So congratulations, 𝗡𝗢𝗥𝗧𝗏𝗡, for your channel, first of all. And yes,
Right.
obviously I hope that through this agreement, there are a lot of development will take place in coming futures. So also under the leadership of Honorable Prime Minister Shri Modi ji, under the leadership of Honorable Chief Minister Professor Dr. Manik Shah ji, Tripura is gradually developing, and there are a lot of drastic change has happened in Tripura in the last 5 years. So
Right.
coming days will do a lot of work in our state as well as our East perspective.
Right. Absolutely. I'll come back to you, Mr. 𝗟𝗓𝗡𝗢𝗥𝗧𝗏. Let me turn to Mr. Sudipra Burman, veteran Congress leader. Mr. Sudipra Burman, how do you see this equation? How would you describe this equation, this new alliance, the BJP and the Tipra Motha?
The people of Tripura see this new equation, or the term Tipra Motha, as a power monger. It is a complete betrayal of the trust, faith, which they reposed upon Mr. 𝗟𝗢𝗥𝗧𝗏𝗡. The king has surrendered before what? I don't know. In lieu of what? I don't know. The king has ultimately, the slogans that he made was Greater Tripura land. Pahla 𝗟𝗓𝗡𝗢𝗥𝗧𝗏𝗡 party. No compromise. Constitutional solution. Greater Tripura land. These were the slogans we used to hear time and again. But you stated that there was an accord being signed. What does it reveal? Nothing says. It speaks nothing. It's just an eyewash. And that too, he begged for it again and again.
Have you seen the copy?
Hold on. Wazir, hold on. You have allowed me to speak. Let me complete my intro to this thing. It will yield nothing. Rather, the similar sort of agreement was signed with IPFT that was much more exhaustive in nature. That was not being implemented. Now the scrap of paper in which this tripartite agreement was made, it specifies nothing. So it was just an eyewash for the Tipra people of Tripura and a betrayal of trust being reposed time and again upon Mr. 𝗟𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓. He is completely frustrated, and the people are very, very much upset with this development. And you know, he has fallen into a trap in a conspiracy being hatched by the party in power.
Okay.
And you know the nature of BJP. They are all set to smash the regional parties. And you take it from me, you can't fool the people all the time around. People have now realized what great mistake. And in the last assembly elections, morning shows the day.
Okay.
Last assembly elections, they paved the way for the BJP to form government by putting another 22 candidates in non-tribal seats. Because those Tipras out of emotion, they voted for Tipra Motha. They would not have voted for the BJP. They would have either voted for the Congress or the left party.
Right.
But
Mr. Roy Burman,
ensure that this not to happen.
Mr.
And that is the reason BJP was in power with not a popular mandate with 39%.
Right. You have made a lot of allegations. I'll bring in Animesh Debbarma to speak. But first of all, before I go to Mr. 𝗟𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓, Mr. Sudeep Roy Burman, have you seen the Tipra Accord? Have you seen the copy of the Tipra Accord?
I have seen, and I raised it in the floor of the House. The Chief Minister made a statement, but he did not have the guts to get into the details of this.
Okay.
None.
Okay.
Now that even the Tipra Motha, they were present. Mr. Animesh Debbarma, the Didan LOP, was present. They had no answer. When I started asking few questions, my mic was off.
No, I'll answer. He will
answer.
Give me time. I can answer all his questions.
Yeah, I will give you time to answer. But let me bring in Mr. 𝗟𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓 from the CPM, former MP. Mr. 𝗟𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓, my same question to you. How do you view the new political equation in Tripura, the coming of the Tipra Motha into the NDA fold and becoming an ally?
You see, this is absolutely an unholy alliance. First of all, the Tipra Motha told to the Tiprasa people, that is tribal people of the state, that they will serve the interest of the people of the Tripuri people, that is 19 communities are there in the state. But in the last assembly election, you heard it from Mr. Roy Burman, that they misguided the people of the state. And nowadays, when the tribal people of the state are not getting anything from this BJP government, earlier left-hand government was the only government which has given so many rights to the people of the, that means the tribal people of the state. But nowadays, when the Tipra Motha told about the greater Tipra land, we have seen so many accords with the leaders of the Northeast states. And in those accords, so many things were there for the sake of the people. But this time, only a statement is there, nothing is said, only bogus words were used in the statement.
Okay.
So The Motha is interested to go inside the belly of the BJP. It is their ultimate motto. They are misleading the tribal people of the state.
Okay, I have to bring in Mr. Animesh Debbarma here. Mr. Animesh Debbarma, both Mr. Sudiprai Burman and Mr. 𝗓𝗔𝗪𝗓 had used some strong words and leveled some serious allegations. The king has surrendered, but it was a statement that BJP also, as well as the Motha, did not lay bare what is the content of the Tipra Accord. Can you brief my viewers what is the content? Because the Tipra Motha has always been talking about a constitutional solution.
Mr. Sudiprai Burman and Mr. 𝗓𝗔𝗪𝗓𝗪𝗓, both of them, they are senior leaders in their own party. I have lot of respect for Sudiprai Burman. He is one of the senior most legislators in the Tripura Legislative Assembly. And the way he brought the allegations today, I think I must tell that even if I don't want to tell, I have to tell, it is completely baseless, because the agreement, he understands English, the agreement clearly says that land rights, political rights, identity, language, and the constitutional safeguard for Tiprasa people, wherever it is required, the working group will be formed, and working group only will decide. We have already had elaborate discussions with central government and Ministry of Home Affairs. And when the working group will table all these understanding between Tipra Motha and Government of India, I'm sure at that time Mr. Sudiprai Burman will have to appreciate. And today he is telling that this is Tipra Motha, the king has surrendered to BJP. Then what we should do when the central government is signing an accord? Should we support Mr. Sudiprai Burman and Congress party? We'll say that we'll keep on fighting, we'll not sign any agreement. So there is a hope. Now Mr. Sudiprai Burman and 𝗓𝗔𝗪𝗓𝗪𝗓, to both of them I'll request, if you have any doubt that this agreement is baseless, you please demand that central BJP government, you should fulfill the demand of Tipra Motha. The accord you have signed with them, it should be fulfilled. That should be your demand. But what is your demand? What, in particular, what CPM party has done in the last 35 years? Today, you are protesting the agreement. You are opposing the agreement we have signed. You got 35 years time to develop the tribal people. Why the number of BPL families has gone up in Tripura? Who's responsible for that? When we were demanding for Roman script,
let me bring in Sudip
Your
Babu.
government did not implement that.
Let me bring in Sudip Babu. I'll also go to Mr. Sudhanshu Das. Sudip Babu, respond. Now Animesh Debbarma ji is asking you to demand the full implementation of the Tiprasa Accord.
Exactly.
Sudip Babu, please put on your audio. Please put your audio on. Yes.
I think he has gone out of the show.
Yes, I can hear you now. I can hear you now. Yeah.
Well, this is not for the first time that Congress is demanding for the best interest of the indigenous people of our state. We were specific in our demand. You know, direct funding from the center. That is also one of the demands of the Tipra Motha. Now tell me how it is to be fulfilled. Only as in the constitution as of today, only states and union territories get the direct funding. The draft proposal which was sent to the center from the state government in the year 2019 and also from the ADC in 2019, only Article 280 was mentioned. Now, Article 280 does not. It is like funding of the panchayat and the municipal. That is, you have to come with a begging bowl again and again to the state government. So our demand was direct funding from the center. Now, where in the agreement being signed, it states that the funding will be directed, there will be direct funding from the center? Nowhere is specified.
Babu,
Wait,
my question
just
to
hold on
you.
for a second. We have demanded, Congress demanded Article 371K for the people of the state.
See,
Constitution, so you have to specify was
It's not direct
you just
funding
can't
alone,
fool
it
you
is
just
much
can't fool
beyond
around
that.
the people time and again.
The working
Just hold on
group
for a
will
second.
give the report to
we
the
are
central
very
government.
specific that implement
And
Article
the parliament will take
371K.
decision.
Almost
The
all
central
the
government will
states
take decision.
Yes.
have come under the
see,
purview of Article 371 pairing Tripura.
Sudeep Babu,
Now,
if you look at it,
these are some of the vague words they have used, and you know, all the three parties have come to an unanimous agreement. You know, if one of the stakeholders says no, means it is nothing. Nothing will yield. Yield nothing for the interest of the indigenous people.
Now,
This is-
why
and
one
if-
of the
what do you
stakeholders
justify
will
me?
say no?
Sudeep
You
Babu,
to
you
get
answered this
something-
question.
To get
Many-
something, wait,
Sudeep
just
Babu,
hold on. Just
Mr.
let me finish.
Burman,
To get
Mr.
something
Sudeep
from the
Burman,
central government, you
Yeah.
have to join the ministry.
let me give me a few seconds.
To get,
Let me ask you a question.
No, no.
Sudeep
to
Babu,
get, to,
let
to
me
get
come in. Let
something
me
from
come
the
in.
central
Please let me
government,
come in,
you have to
Sudeep
join
Babu.
the ministry. You have
Sudeep
to
Ba-
put your sister on the fray
Yeah,
with the
so-
BJP ticket.
Please.
Motha has been sold out completely. वो जो कहावत है ना, मोदी है तो मुमकिन है, वही दिखाई दिया कि पाइनएप्पल पे लोटस फ्लावर ब्लूमिंग. अभी पाइनएप्पल पे we have seen that lotus flower is blooming in the pineapple. That is Mr. Modi. Modi hai to mumkin hai.
See,
That is why I say
Wasbir-
the king has surrendered.
Let
Sudeep-
Mr. Sudhanshu Das-
Sudeep Rai Burman. Yeah. No, can I get 1 minute? Wasbir?
Yes.
Mr. Sudeep Rai Burman is telling that pineapple has become lotus, but even two-leaf symbol TUJs had voted for Congress party. At that, what Mr. Sudeep Rai Burman will tell about that? Because in alliance politics it happens.
There was
not Tipra Motha joined BJP party.
TUJ's candidate
When
never
there was an
contested on a
agreement
hand
that
symbol.
BJP will
TUJ's
fulfill, the
candidate
central
never
government
contested
will
on a hand
fulfill
symbol.
our demand.
There was a seat sharing
We have to
formula
believe.
with the TUJ's. But for the, had you contested and BJP supported, I would not have raised this question. Had BJP supported, you supporting.
Even in the parliament election,
let me bring in
even in the parliament election, INPD people voted for Congress party in both the
She's
seats.
contesting on a BJP ticket.
And
What
this
will you
is
are
all
saying,
based
Mr.
on the
Namaste Verma?
agreement.
Are you
No,
justifying
let me bring in
Simply
Sudhanshu
blaming
Das.
Tipra
Please,
And-
let me bring in
And I
Sudhanshu
can
Das
tell
now.
you the
No, no.
election result will speak.
Okay,
Whatever they
we'll
are
have to wait for the
talking
election
today, we
result.
stood you. The
No, no.
people of
You did
Tripura
not have
will
the
have-
guts
Anyways,
to fight on your
Burma,
own ticket.
please hold on.
Your king did
Sudhanshu
not have
Das,
the guts to fight on
what
on
do you
own
think
ticket.
of these allegations and counter allegations? But before I come to you, Sudhanshu Das, Sudeep Rai Burman, you have to admit that it's yet another setback for the India alliance. You could not bring Tipra Motha to your fold.
Yes.
You could not bring Tipra Motha to your fold. It's yet another,
Yes,
lot of people are saying
exactly.
that is yet another failure of the India alliance.
Wasbir, the day we, very recently, the day we had a meeting with Mr. Pradut Kishore Burma in the chamber of the LOP, and where the meeting was supposed to be secret. When we entered, we saw hundreds of cameramen and journalists there. So हमने सोचा कि चलो हम तो बिक गए, लेकिन अच्छा ही हुआ. अगर हम लोग का छवि दिखा के अगर तिपरासा के लिए कुछ ये लोग ला सकते हैं तो हमसे बड़े खुशी कोई नहीं होगा. We would have been the much happiest person in the world.
No. My
telling our
point is,
faces before
Wasbir,
with the
why
BJP.
Sudeep
Yeah,
Rai
indirectly.
is
If you don't
having
do something,
doubt on this
if you don't find a
agreement.
piece of
If
paper,
he loves
we are
the
going to join
Tiprasa
hands with
people,
Burman
the
and company.
agreement says
So we are
that
satisfied.
political rights,
We are
land rights,
satisfied.
cultural identity,
But we have been
language
satisfied.
issue will be
Had they got
addressed.
something from the
The
for the
direct
party
funding
people
issue
of
he's talking
Tripura.
about
They
also
told us
will be
now,
part
our
of this
faces,
agreement.
No,
to
but
The
icons,
working
blackmail
group
the
will
BJP,
decide
and sir, kneel
if
down
he
to the
loves
BJP.
Tiprasa people, he should support and he
Okay.
should demand to the central government that this agreement should be implemented properly.
Yes, there is no doubt everybody would want this agreement to be implemented, but the point is, Mr. Sudhanshu Das, now, how do you look at the changing equations? Because you have been also saying that the BJP is also interested in inclusivity. You want to have sabka saath, sabka vikas. But why was it necessary for Tipra Motha to lead the lead the agitation and then sign an accord and then become a part of the NDA alliance? Did the BJP in the state not support the Tipra Motha demands from before?
Yes. So, what Honorable MLA Sri 𝗟𝗓𝗓𝗓, who is a very senior politician in Tripura. What he said, I agree completely that Modi has Mumkin hai. This is first time in Tripura history under the leadership of Honorable Prime Minister Modi ji in our tribal area. They are getting lot of benefit. This is first time. This is first time in Tripura that Tipras are getting Pakka house. During the left regime, they are habituated with the slogans politics. Isn't it? They are used to. They are used to habituate with this kind of slogan. But now we are not believing in slogan politics. We are believing solution politics, and that is what our Honorable Prime Minister has directed all his union ministers to visit Northeast, visit Tripura, and as a result, we are getting lot of benefits. In terms of infrastructure, in terms of Pakka house, in terms of agriculture, in terms of the road connectivity, air connectivity, we are getting lot of benefits in our Tripura. Let me remind you, all the panelists, they also agreed with me that earlier we have only one national highway. But today we got 10 national highway under the leadership of Honorable Prime Minister Modi ji as well as the Transport Minister 𝗟𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓. We are the Tripurese people. First time, within the 5 years, we got 5 lakhs above Pakka house. We cannot imagine under the CPIM regime that people are supposed to seen or they are with a lot of
Sudhanshu Babu, will your government go all out? Will your government walk the extra mile to implement the Tipra Accord or not?
Absolutely, I believe through this effort in our state, there will be a strength of brotherhood among the Tiprasa and the other non-Tiprasa. I believe through this effort, through this inclusion, our state will get lot of benefit. There will be peace will be maintained and lot of people benefit. People relation will more increase in among the Janajati and other communities.
Okay.
So we are believing that. We are believing that. But
Right. I'll have to go for a break, but very quickly, 𝗟𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓 Datta ji, I'll go for a break, but before that, Mr. 𝗟𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓 Datta.
Mr. Deborn and Mr. Das accused that at the time of left front government, nothing has been done for the sake of the tribal people. But this is the CPIM or left front.
I have not said that you have not done anything. You have done something.
They have fought for
something, but
for the ADC.
Let him speak. Let him speak.
CPIM fought for the ADC and for that very fight, ADC was formed in the state of Tripura. And in the last 35 years, when left front was there in the state of Tripura, so many things were done for the sake of the tribal people. But nowadays, nothing is being done by the state government or by the ADC, which is being that means with Motha.
By Tipra
So, Tipra Motha, yes, exactly.
Yes.
So, nothing is being done for the sake of the tribal people in the ADC area. And throughout the state, BJP is doing nothing for the sake of the tribal people. Only the left front, they have done for the sake of the tribal people. And we CPI, when I was the MP, when I was the MP, we fought. We both CPIM MP from Tripura fought for the 125 amendment.
All right.
Today, 125 amendment for the sake of the tribal people of the state.
I'll have to go for a quick break. Gentlemen, please allow me. I'll have to. Please allow me, gentlemen. Please allow me, gentlemen. I'll have to go for a quick commercial break. I'll be back in a few seconds and minutes. Don't go away. I'll be right back. Okay, welcome back. I have to ask you this question, Mr. Animesh Debbarma. Mr. Animesh Debbarma, a lot of people want to know the founder of Tipra Motha, Mr. Pradyut Debbarma, the royal scion, his own sister is a BJP candidate. That mention about that was made by Mr. Sudeep Roy Burman as well a short while ago. Now, how do you explain this? Is she a member of the BJP or is she affiliated to the Tipra Motha?
See, I can tell you, Vashbir, this can be explained in many ways. See, sometimes you being in BJP for 50 years, you do not get ticket, okay? You don't get chance to contest from that party. But even Kumari Kriti Devi Singh is not a member of BJP till the other day, but getting a ticket from BJP, is it not a big achievement politically by Maharaja Pradyut Bikram Manikya? Because now Kriti Devi Singh Debbarma will work for all the people of Tripura, and as well as the voice of Tipra Motha also will go through a BJP member in the parliament.
Animesh ji, I'm just trying to... Animesh ji, hold on. I'll ask this question to Sudhanshu Das ji and as well as get a reaction from Sudeep Roy Burman ji. But you know, Animesh ji, you are saying, my question is, you are saying that now she will be able to work for the people of Tripura. My question is simple. Suppose she would have been a Tipra Motha candidate, do you think she would not have won, or do you think if she would have been a Tipra Motha candidate, she would not have been able to work for the people of Tripura?
No. Vashbir, I tell you, she can still work. But what happens actually, when you are inside BJP, if BJP forms the government, you are part of the direct part of the government. But Tipra Motha being an ally, having only one seat out of 545 seats, you are only a small ally. But the adjustment we have done, I think this will work very nice. And we understand that even if she had contested in Tipra Motha ticket with BJP support, definitely she would have won the election. But it is not the question of winning election alone. We have to implement the accord, the voice of Tiprasa people as well as the downtrodden people of Tripura. Their voice is never heard in Delhi. This will directly go through her. So this is the achievement. Now the political paradigm has changed in Tripura. I think in days to come, you will see this kind of politics in many other states. Because it is not that BJP men will contest from BJP, but even other parties, they can send their representative, whosoever will come
let me get an answer to this.
Their voice will be better heard in the center.
Before I'll go to Mr. Sudeep Roy Burman, but quickly, Mr. Sudhanshu Das, how do you explain this? The same question to you.
only BJP and NDA, on the BJP government, they are respecting their alliance party. I must tell you that one MLA from IPFT, which is the part of our government, the running government, and the name is 𝗟𝗓𝗓𝗏 Motha, who has won his election from July constituency. He has been inducted in ministry, only one MLA. So only BJP can give you the respect to their alliance partner, their alliance party, and I believe that through this criticism, 𝗟𝗓𝗏𝗧, she will be the voice of our Tipra, she will be the voice on behalf of BJP party, she will be the voice of the development of East constituency in coming days. Obviously, we believe that under the leadership of Narendra Modi, we will cross 400 plus 𝗡𝗢𝗥𝗧𝗛.
His dream was fulfilled in a very short period, and I hope I believe that.
Right. So we have lost that audio to Sudhanshu Das, the BJP leader and minister. Let me go to you, Mr. Tripura Burman. How do you view the explanation? How do you view the arguments put forward by Mr. Animesh Debbarma as well as Mr. Sudhanshu Das on my question?
Well, the statement given by my younger brother, Animesh Debbarma, reveals one thing, that had she not been a BJP candidate from Motha, the accord would not have been signed. That is, my king has not fought the battle, does not have the gut to get the things through agitation or something of this sort. Fight for the right. He went to Delhi, kneeled down with a begging bowl, and they put terms and conditions. Well, we can give, provided your sister or you or one of your sisters should be a BJP candidate. Does it mean to say that BJP or does BJP does not have an appropriate candidate? Is Mr. Rebati Mohan Tripura did not justify his tenure? Did Mrs. Srimati Pratima Bhaumik, MOS, did not justify her ministry or tenure as an MP from Tripura? So the thing is that the BJP is all set to smash Tipra Motha. The credibility of Mr. 𝗟𝗓𝗏𝗧𝗏 Debbarma is at a stake. His effigy being burned in the Tiprasa area by the Tiprasa people. That does not speak. He is a very, very loved by me. I love 𝗟𝗓𝗏. I wanted only one thing. Did you fight for your rights? Don't kneel down, don't bow down before the autocratic mind setup. But they thought it otherwise. That is why in my opening remark, I stated the king has kneeled down or surrendered before the autocratic mindset of Mr. Modi and Amit Shah. The second aspect was just hold on for 30 seconds more. 125th Amendment Bill has been lying before the Parliament. It's been tabled in the floor of the House, but not been passed. Why? What's the reason?
Right.
Did ever Mr. 𝗟𝗓𝗏𝗧𝗏 Debbarma seek the explanation? When is it going to be passed? You have tabled in the floor of the House. Why is it not being passed? You are there. So all these questions remain unanswered. And they have got,
Sudeep ji, you are talking.
There are intellects in the Tiprasa. There are learned friends in the Tiprasa. Animesh is also a learned man. There is no doubt. He's very, very popular leader, and I do have lots of love towards him. He's not in a position to spell out, call spade a spade. I know it. But the fact of the matter, there are a lot of intellects who are just trying to hide their face out of shame because they trusted.
Hold on.
They trusted the Bhubagra.
Let me get a reaction. You have made some significant views.
A worry for all of us.
I'll have to get a reaction to it. I'm coming to you, Mr. Animesh Debbarma. But let me quickly go to I'm coming to you, Animesh Debbarma ji. Let me go to Mr. 𝗟𝗓𝗏𝗧𝗏. How do you look at it? How does the CPM look at it, Mr. Datta?
Yes, you see, it is the shame for the people of Tripura and particularly the indigenous people of the Tripura. Is there no one to stand to contest for the East Parliamentary constituency, that means reserved seat. The lady who has been living for 30 years in the state of Chhattisgarh and only born in the state of Tripura and left the state at the early age.
No, Mr.
But
Shankar
this is
Prasad Babu.
the shame. This is the shame for the Tipra Motha people.
She was not born in Tripura. She was born in Meghalaya,
for the
Shillong.
indigenous people of
She
the
was
state.
born in Shillong. Schooling from Shillong. After that, she went to Chhattisgarh.
Okay, but she was born in India, right?
Yes.
She was born in India.
It
She
is
was
shame
born
for
in
the
India.
Tipra Motha people also.
There are. I'll reply to Mr. 𝗟𝗓𝗡𝗔𝗦𝗧.
Yes.
Mr. 𝗟𝗓𝗡𝗔𝗦𝗧 will know that Sonia Gandhi ji lives in Delhi, but she goes and contests election in Uttar Pradesh. And once upon a time, Dr. Manmohan Singh, also from Punjab, came and contested election in Assam. So they must understand that this is not only happening for Kriti Devi Singh, and also to Mr. Sudeep Rai Burman, I want to tell, I also have love and respect for him, that his party, Congress party, was fighting for more than 2 decades against CPM party, and they are now allied. Will he tell that why the erstwhile political enemy has become their friends? I can answer this question. Then in politics it happens. In politics, the situation will decide who becomes whose ally. When the central BJP leaders
Sudeep Rai Burman did not fight on a CPM symbol. That is my question.
They have agreed to sign an agreement for the political rights, economic rights, and our identity, culture and language. Why we will not have alliance with BJP party?
Candidate fighting on a BJP ticket, that does not mean. Why don't you have the guts to fight it out on your own, or ask the BJP
we
to
have
render
so
support,
much of
or you
complaint
support
for
the
Congress
BJP?
party. Mr. Sudeep Rai Burman, he has to answer to the people of Tripura that why is he aligning with the erstwhile enemy CPM party today? It is the situation. Because their motto is BJP hatao, Desh bachao. But our motto is not to hatao anyone. Our motto is to safeguard the Tiprasa people in Tripura without hampering any other community living in this state. We want permanent constitutional solution in our state. We can't keep fighting
in the
for
hands of
lifelong,
BJP,
and we get
Tiprasa
nothing.
people will be smashed. In the hands of BJP, Tiprasa people will be smashed.
How are you saying that? Let me bring in.
Mr. Datta, I'll request you, please come and do Andolan so that Tiprasa people is not smashed by BJP. You support us, you support this agreement, and come out on the street and demand to the central government. The agreement we have signed is
in Ladakh, we are seeing Ladakh people on a fast for 21 days. और हमारा भी यहाँ पे फास्टिंग हुआ 23 मिनट के लिए 23 मिनट के लिए हमारा भी फास्टिंग हुआ आंदोलन कहाँ हुआ ये डिमांड को लेके we are seeing in Ladakh in the chillest of weather where there is snowfall.
No, see, there are people, they have Andolan for 50 years, but they could not bring without any bloodshed. If someone is bringing great thing for the Tiprasa people, will you not support that?
Brother,
you want the Tiprasa people to do
Everyone is talking at the same time. It's difficult. Let me go to Mr. Sudhanshu Das. Sudhanshu Das, Mr. Sudhanshu Das.
You have to control
Let me bring in. He's sitting quietly. Mr. Sudhanshu Das, the BJP leader. Let me bring in.
Mr. Animesh Dev Burma, Brishke to Dev Burma will be walking out of the ministry. You take it from me after 7 months. They will walk out of the ministry because these
It's
BJP
okay,
guys, these BJP
Sudipta, it
people
is
are
okay.
never
No,
going to
you
fulfill
cannot-
the
You have
legitimate
to
demand.
tell the people of Tripura.
we will
Why
have
are you
we will have
aligning with CPM
if that is your
party?
prediction, but we will have a discussion if at all it happens. Let me bring
Yeah.
Sudhanshu Das into
Exactly.
the debate. Sudhanshu ji, now you see, now is the time for development. Now, don't you think that the main point which Animesh Debbarma ji is saying is that, you know, Congress and Left Front are today good friends. They were big enemies or rivals in the past as far as Tripura is concerned. But what Sudipra Burman is saying, that they may be, if BJP and Tipra Motha alliance, he has no problem. He is saying that why should Miss Kriti Singh contest on BJP ticket? What does it mean? So how do you view it?
They are habituated with the destruction politics since long. I know him very well. I love him, the senior leader, Tipra Motha. Under his leadership, there are thousands of people who have sacrificed their life through this Communist Party's violence. Communists has killed a lot of Congress people, and these Congress people led by the Sudipra Burman and his teams. But today he is saying like a shameless. So really, it's an really, what should I say? It's an pathetic for the Tripura's people. Due to this, people are not believing in communists. People are not believing in the Congress parties. They lost everything. They are bankrupt in Tripura right now. They don't even have any moral support from the Tripura's people. So let me tell you. Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yes. So I must say, in coming election, our candidate, if Sonia Gandhi can contest from Uttar Pradesh, if Rahul Gandhi can contest from Kerala, this North India to South India, so Kriti Singh ji also can contest from from Chhattisgarh to Tripura, and also she is the the daughter of these kings of this Tripura, this dynasty. We cannot deny their families' contribution to building this Tripura. We all are believing in the modern Vikram Kishore Manikya Baur is the architects of this modern Tripura. They gave us many things. Why I don't know why they disrespect to this royal family. That is their issue, but we are respecting. We are the first party. We are the party that we are ordering the STS community as a Padmasri. This time you also see that our Honorable Prime Minister from the Government of India, Srimati Smriti Rekha Chakma, she got Padmasri Award. The spiritual leader, Chittaranjan Debbarma, he has also got this award. Thanga Danong was ordered by the Padmasri. So this is only possible by the BJP government. I also tell you one thing: the long 30 years issues, which is failed by the CPIM party to solve the Riyang Sharanarthi problem. We are the party when we came in power under the leadership of Amit Shah, we resolved this Sharanarthi, the Riyang Sharanarthi problem, the refugee of Riyang, which came from this Mizoram and all. We have settled down right now. They are living happily in Tripura. So we are the only party. The BJP government can only solve the long-pending issues.
I'm
P70.
Sudhanshu ji,
under the leadership of Modi,
I have noted your point. Sudipra Burman ji, very strong argument by Mr. Sudhanshu Das.
One last point before you close down. I would like to know, from Mr. Animesh Debbarma, the Tipra Motha was born out of CA Andolan. I would like to know from them what is the present position regarding CA.
You know that he done the biggest mistake. That is why he was ignoring me. That is why he is ignoring me. He do not want to answer.
It's so nice of Mr. Burman.
Regarding CA, what is the present
Communist Party?
What is the local standard?
Has asked one question. Can I answer this?
Yes, answer. I'm running short of time. Please answer.
There was only, there was only one leader who fought against this CAB Citizenship Amendment Bill, his name is Maharaj 𝗟𝗡𝗥𝗧𝗦𝗧. And at that time, CPIM party and Congress party in Tripura was totally silent. And today, after this bill has been discussed in the parliament, when it has become an act,
Absolutely
today they are
misguiding the
asking
people.
that why we are keeping quiet.
Let us know.
It is
You are
because of our
misguiding the people
movement.
of the state.
Let me
You
tell
are
you, it is
absolutely
because
misguiding
of
the
our
people.
movement,
This
the
is
autonomous
the
district
party
council area has been
the anti-BJP parties who are having
with
the
this CA implementation.
throughout the
If
country.
we had not raised
they
our
have
voice at
fought
that
against
time,
the CA.
I
They
think
have
even
fought against the
DTADC area
CA.
would have been included
The
for CA.
anti-BJP parties of the
And-
country fought against the CA. This time, when CA being
And
implemented,
we want to tell-
you uttered not
we
a
want to
single
tell
word.
that
You
let
uttered not a
Congress
single word
and
against the CA.
CPM party-
This time, when it is implemented,
See,
you
why
uttered
will
not a
utter?
single word
It was
against the
us.
CA.
It was us who did the movement in Tripura. We represented. I can remember when Honorable Union Home Minister Amit Shah ji called for a meeting in Delhi. Congress and CPM representatives were not there. It was only Maharaja 𝗟𝗡𝗥𝗧𝗦𝗧, myself, 𝗟𝗓𝗡𝗥𝗧𝗏, all these leaders were
Absolutely misguiding
present.
statement.
If you had so much of opposition for CA bill, why your representative from Tripura did not attend in that meeting?
Why are you not
And today you are talking
this time?
that none of us
Why
we
are
have
you not
spoken
saying
about
anything?
You
that.
are just roaming around the
All
Why
of
bush.
us
it
You
is
are
will
not
follow.
implemented?
Even the
Why
case
it is
is
being
being reached
implemented?
Supreme
Why
Court.
are you not saying a single word against the CA? Why?
Mr.
What is your answer, Mr. Debarma?
To be eliminated.
All-
But now you are
With all
now because
respect,
you are in
I'm
the
telling
ministry
you,
because Pradhu's sister is in the fray. You have just cut
the
bum.
stand of Maharaja
You think
remains the
Tiprasa
same.
people will pardon you?
and
Just wait and watch.
Okay, so Sudhi Babu, before
See,
I conclude,
no, no,
before
what do
I
you want to
conclude,
say
no,
that-
Animesh ji, before I conclude,
fought for CA?
before I conclude, you see, Mr. Sudhanshu Das has made a very significant point. I once again want your reaction to it, Mr. Sudeep Roy Burman. You know, Sudhanshu ji has said that Maharaja, the kings of Tripura, the Manikya dynasty, they have had a huge contribution to the making of modern Tripura. You cannot ignore their contribution. So what is the problem if the Maharajas, of the founder Maharajas of daughter, get to contest from Tripura? What is your problem there?
Pradut Kishore Debarma played a significant role. So did his forefathers. We do not deny this fact. But the candidate whom they have handpicked, what is our contributions towards the Prasa, contribution towards the people of Tripura? That is the biggest question for the day. That is why I said, had she contested on a Tipra Motha symbol, being supported by the BJP, we would not raise this question. Or BJP putting some other candidate, or repeating the candidate who won last time, Tipra Motha supporting them, we would not have raised this question. Their stand would have been very clear.
I've completely run out of time. 20 seconds to you. Animesh Debarma, 20 seconds.
Your alliance party will declare the candidate.
Animesh Debarma, 20 seconds to
Congress party right now.
my
20 seconds.
only reaction
CPM and
to
Congress.
Sudhita
We are in
is,
doubt actually.
what is his problem? It is between BJP and Tipra Motha. Now you challenge our candidate, CPM and Congress ally candidate.
Instead of you people
let the
joining the
people
ministry, my
decide
suggestion
who
would
will
be
be the winner.
you just
All
completely
right,
given all
completely
explanation.
join
I've
the BJP.
completely run out of time.
You
Gentlemen,
have done
party
if I have
join
to
the
cut
BJP.
you short, if I have to
Better
cut
option,
you
I'm giving you the
short,
better option.
gentlemen, if I have to
Anybody can
cut
contest from
you
anywhere
short,
in this
will not
country.
work for
We know
Tripura.
it. We know it very well that anybody can contest anywhere from the country. But our question is, she is having no role for the sake, for the interest of the people of Tripura and particularly for the tribal people of the state.
I can tell you, Mr. 𝗟𝗓𝗡𝗔𝗦𝗧 ji, Nirajoy Tripura, your erstwhile leader from MLA from Chamonu, had no role in Tipra society or Tripura politics, still you made him an MLA. Will you answer those things?
Anyway,
There
we
was
can
so
go
many
on. This
of
is
your
this
MSs
is
in
the first.
Tripura.
This is
They
the
had
first
no
election
political
debate.
contribution
This
to
is the
make
first.
them an
Gentlemen,
MLA.
I am
Will you
completely
answer?
run out
Why you
of
are
time.
misleading the
I am
people? Why you
completely
are-
run out of
why
time.
you are
If I am
taking this
cutting
question
you
debate?
short,
Thank you
it is
very
only
much.
Why
What
are
are
you
you
doing
talking
this
to
question
Shankar
debate?
Prasad Datta?
Thank you. Thank you very much, Mr. Wazli,
Thank you
for
so
giving the
much.
opportunity.
This is the first election debate. I'll have to come back to all of you to continue on what are the issues in the Tripura elections this time round. That will be another day. But at this point in time, I can only say that battle lines are clearly drawn as far as Tripura is concerned between the BJP and the Tipra Motha on one side and the Congress and the CPM on the other side. Thanks all my panelists for participating in this discussion and the viewers for watching the program. Good night and goodbye.